The news was quiet, but its impact was seismic. Volkswagen is closing its transparent factory in Dresden. More than an assembly plant, it was a symbol of German engineering, where customers watched electric cars come to life. Its closure, after nearly 9 decades of industry on this site, marks the end of an era for Dresden and Germany. This isn't just about one factory, it's about what the loss means for a nation built on industrial strength. The final ID.3 rolled off the line, and the lights dimmed for the last time. The transparent factory was meant to bridge Germany's automotive past and its electric future. Instead, it stands as a monument to a difficult transition, caught between soaring energy costs, economic stagnation, and policy shifts. The shutdown in Dresden is a stark indicator of the disruptive changes shaking Germany's economic foundations. Tonight, we'll explore what this closure reveals about Volkswagen, German industry, and the future of manufacturing in Europe. We'll look at the global competition, especially from China, and the human cost for Dresden's workers. The end of the line in Dresden is more than local news. It's a warning of profound economic shifts underway. The story begins with a symbol falling, but its echoes are felt far beyond the city. To grasp the weight of Dresden's closure, you must understand Volkswagen's place in Germany. VW isn't just a car maker, it's a pillar of post-war identity, rising from the ruins to become a global icon. The Beatles symbolized the German economic miracle, and working at VW meant pride and stability for generations. Volkswagen's vast network supports hundreds of thousands of jobs, making its health a national concern. When VW thrives, so does Germany's Mittelstand, the backbone of the economy. The Dresden factory, reborn as the Transparent Factory, was meant to showcase German innovation. Its closure is more than a business decision, it's a crack in the foundation of a national institution. The loss shakes confidence in Germany's industrial future. Dresden's closure wasn't a single failure, it was the result of mounting economic and political pressures. Soaring energy costs, driven by geopolitical shifts and the loss of Russian gas, have crippled German industry. Manufacturing in Germany is now far more expensive than in Asia or North America. The transparent factory, with its energy-hungry design, became an early casualty. Meanwhile, economic stagnation and high inflation have dampened consumer demand for new cars, especially EVs. Volkswagen's electric models, including the ID.3, fell short of sales projections, leaving factories underused. Policy shifts added to the turmoil. Government incentives for EVs were pulled back, creating a sudden drop in demand. Automakers, like Volkswagen, invested billions based on policy promises, only to see support vanish. The result: expensive factories, weak demand, and a painful reckoning for Germany's industrial model. Dresden's fate is a warning about the risks of rapid, policy-driven transitions. The pressures converged here, forcing a hard choice. The story is bigger than one plant. It's about the future of German manufacturing. As Volkswagen struggled at home, a new threat emerged from China. Chinese EV makers like BYD and NIO, backed by state support and control over battery supply chains, have stormed the global market. They offer advanced, affordable EVs that outpace Western rivals on price and technology. German automakers once felt secure in their reputation. Now, that confidence is gone. In China, Volkswagen's market share is shrinking as local brands win over consumers. Profits that once funded VW's global ambitions are drying up, putting pressure on European operations. The ID.3 built in Dresden was squeezed, too expensive to compete with Chinese imports, not premium enough to stand out. The transparent factory's closure is a clear sign. Old strategies can't survive in a world transformed by China's EV surge. The competitive landscape has shifted, and Germany is struggling to keep up. Dresden's fall is part of a global realignment in the auto industry. Volkswagen's electric pivot was bold, but the road has been rough. The Dieselgate scandal forced VW to bet big on EVs, with the transparent factory as a flagship for its new ID lineup. But software glitches and clunky infotainment systems plagued early models, frustrating customers. VW's MEB platform, meant to underpin affordable EVs, proved costly and hard to scale. The ID.3 remained expensive, and weak demand left factories like Dresden underused. High prices, software woes, and fierce competition soured the electric dream. Consumers didn't adopt VW's EVs as hoped, leaving a mismatch between supply and demand. The closure of Dresden is a painful admission. The first phase of VW's electric strategy fell short. The dream of a seamless transition collided with market realities. The lesson is clear: success in the EV era demands more than ambition. With profits shrinking and competition rising, Volkswagen launched a sweeping restructuring. The goal: save billions, boost efficiency, and make the brand competitive again. Every part of the business was scrutinized, and Dresden's closure became a symbol of tough choices. Strong labor laws meant no direct layoffs. Workers were offered transfers. But the underlying problem of overcapacity remained. VW is consolidating production, shortening development times, and streamlining management. The Transparent Factory, small and costly, was an obvious target in this new, leaner model. The restructuring is about survival, adapting to a world where the old ways no longer work. Dresden's closure is a signal. Transformation is no longer optional. The closure hits Dresden hard. 300 jobs may seem few, but the impact is deep. Workers face tough choices: long commutes, uprooting families, or starting over. The Transparent Factory was also a tourist draw, supporting local hotels and restaurants. Suppliers and service providers lose a major client, creating a ripple effect in the local economy. For Saxony, it's a setback in its quest to reinvent itself as a high-tech hub. The loss erodes community morale and raises doubts about the future of manufacturing jobs. Dresden's diversified economy will endure, but the psychological blow is real. The message is sobering. In a globalized world, no job is truly secure. Dresden's story is a microcosm of Europe's auto industry in turmoil. High energy costs, weak demand, and fierce Chinese competition are forcing painful changes across the continent. The era of guaranteed growth is over. Legacy automakers must retool or risk being left behind. Chinese EV in the Soviet mighty Chinese makers are building factories in Europe, intensifying the pressure. Governments and unions fear job losses and deindustrialization. Automakers are consolidating, cutting costs, and rethinking their manufacturing footprint. Dresden's closure is a strategic retreat, a shift from expansion to survival. The future will mean fewer factories, a smaller workforce, and relentless efficiency. The fate of many communities now hangs in the balance. The final shutdown in Dresden is more than the end of a factory. It's a turning point for Germany. The pillars of Germany's economic miracle, manufacturing, engineering, skilled labor, and cheap energy, are under strain. Dresden's closure is a warning. Reputation and history aren't enough in a digital, fast-moving world. Germany faces agile, cost-effective rivals, especially from China, and must adapt or fall behind. The Made in Germany label is losing its edge as the industry shifts from mechanical to digital. Software and innovation are now critical, and Germany has been slow to catch up. The Transparent Factory's silence is a call for deep reform, lower energy costs, less bureaucracy, and a culture of innovation. The country stands at a crossroads, needing a new strategy for a shifting global economy. Dresden's fate is a lesson. Past success doesn't guarantee the future. Without bold action, more symbols of German industry could fall silent.